Assalamualaikum mbokki seetaankat yi yéen a ngi seetaan CNG we right here at Serkuna Ismene Stadium. Okay, CNG noo ko seetaanee yomb na di nga like sun Facebook page bi follow ñu on YouTube ba pare subscribe si sun YouTube channel bi click the notification bell incha allah luñ dugal rek dinañ ko gis wax naa leen na Citizen Network Gambia mooy télé askan bi ba tax na askan bi luñ bëgg a seetaan rek wala luñ bëgg a gis rek dinañ leen ko indil fii si Sport Hour today. Gis ngeen suma boy suma fi nekkal Gambian football lovers yi lañ leen indil because gis nañ ne sun match bi against Seychelles mu ngi happen lii on Saturday ak after loolu noonu ñu ngi am match against Gabon waaye gis nañ there is changes since bi nga xam ne coach bu es bi ñëw na si biir réew mi gis nañ changes bu bari gis nañ sun defending side bi forward bi besi goalkeeper si sax goalkeeper bi moom different changes lañ fa gis because Seex si bi géej naa génn depuis AFCON before last Monica Cameroon si la Seex si bi si lañ ko géej a invite ñii nga xam ne mooy defending side bi ñaari all players rek lañ fa bàyyi kooku nga xam ne mooy Mohamed Sané ak Omar Colley gis nañ changes bu bari waaye di leen fàttali rek we are now partnering with Properties Gambia Real Estate ñooñu nga xam ne ñu ngi fii si turntable nekk real estate bi nga xam ne moo óor te moo baax lépp li nga xam ne bëgg ngeen ko si building and everything nga ko def si njëg bi yomba Properties Gambia Real Estate nekk na real estate bi nga xam ne it's owned and managed by a Gambian ba pare am ne staff yi nga xam ne yu yanja soo ñëwee ñu smile la loo bëgg si biir building ak li nga xam ne mooy construction gars yi ñu defal la ko. ko wax rek sun game bi dafa nekk game bi nga xam ne dafa crucial comme game bi nga xam ne la dafa yaakaar bari na si torop because gis ngeen sun first two games si qualifier si dañ ko lose massively ali nga xam ne moo nekk match bi ñu war a am nii mu nekk match bu important ñu am coach bu ees en ba pare changes am bu lu bare yow as a football lover naka ngay reacté si selection yi coach.
Well, jërëjëf am mbégte ak kontaante rek because for quite a while Gambian si ak ñëpp ñu nga xam ne ñu ngi si football fraternity bi ñu ngi bëggoon a xam kan mooy nekk di replacement for Tom Sanford so da ngaa gis ne dafa nekkoon loo xam ne Gambian si bëgg nañ ko na xam te yàlla def na ne xam nañ ko man personally to my own opinion gis naa ne coach bu ñu indi Jonathan McKinstry it's a young coach is a youth is around 30 to 40 years old. So da ngaa gis ne am na that desire am na that passion of leading the national team notwithstanding am na a very impressive record coming to club wise because balaa muy sign even the contract with the Gambia he was already with a team te gis nañ ne foofu def na fa jaloore moo nekk di league champion so basically si force unveiling the day of the unveiling kàddoom itam wone na ne yaakaar am na because coach su ñëwee mu wone ne fii ndaw amu fi fii lu fi nekk mooy ku jëf kooku laay play loolu dafa nekk loo xam ne loolu ñun dañ siy sant yàlla bu baax because with all due respect to Tom bu nga xam ne yóbbu woon nañu to African Cup of Nations back to back but there were certain things yoo xam ne they were not right nit ki nag suy def lu baax sax dina am yenn yu bon yoo xam ne dina xew te yooyu foog ñu wax ko so suñ gisee kuy ñëw ku bañ a def jumte yooyu loolu dañ ci am sant yàlla.
ma fàttali la ne Tom moo ñu yóbbu AFCON back to back.
Well, yeah, it's very right. Come no with all due respect to him, definitely a lot in Gambian football. Musu no qualify, pull them AFCON. Why Tom as a coach must qualify, pull them AFCON. So it's a win-win situation in as much as football is concerned. Why coach Jonathan, you have to deliver. Pull muna boka si man suma selection bi. mu ne moom musta fàttaliku fu mu jëlee player boo xam ne amul team so loolu is absolutely a statement boo xam ne man mu nekk football lover bu nga xam ne yaaga naa ko criticize Tom loolu kontaante la si man bu baax a baax.
waaw gis nañ ne Tom ñu bari sax loolu lañ ko dee criticiser da ngaa gis footballer bu toog a full season without playing time waaye la lii nga xam ne nekkul di play sa at all amut sax team mu ngi toog bil weet du train du def dara ñu gis ko Tom indi ko si match bu important indi ko pour mu play Gambian si ñu naxaarlu woon loolu noonu trop McKinstry ñëw na change narrative bi and everything as a football lover loo am pour wax si loolu.
Well, comme nu ma la ko waxee rek kontaante la rek because we want to I mean do justice in as much as the national team is concerned. So in the national team it means that everybody is involved. Comme coach bi si waa nu mu ko waxee amut kenn ku ñëw sign contract ne man ak national team dañ fi nekk for 5 years 6 years 7 years. National team is you proved I could give you a chance. A clear example is let's look at England for now. Am nañ benn xale bu ndaw koo xam ne it's like in the names of Kobe Mino is doing well with Manchester. He's one of the kids yoo xam ne coach bi jox na ko chance because of his performance. Ñu nga xam ne ñoo ko jege si national team the likes of Rashford, Sancho, they are not called up because they are not delivering. So coach bi ñun dañ ko sant si loolu te dañoo wax ne mu continuer because ñun coach bi ñun ñoo ko fay ñun Gambian si so am nañ all right to make sure suñ gisee ne lii jaarut yoon ñu wax ko waaye dinañ ko support as a new coach ñu seet fan lam jëlale Gambia waaye right now fu ñu toll nii we are very optimistic yaakaar am na torop Seychelles moom xam naa ne su nu bonee ba bon dinañ dóor gaay 3-4.
dinañ go dóor gaay 3-4 yéen a dégg loolu and you how are you going to react to this as a football lover?
Yes, I think it's a good news for the Gambia because you're looking at the Africa Cup of Nations. It was a bad performance, the second Africa Cup of Nations. From there, we saw the coach, that's Tom Sanford, resigned from his position as the head coach. So I think Gambia, this is what we are crying for so long, that we need a coach with a philosophy of an attacking football. I think going by the track record of Jonathan McKinstry, you can see that he has that in him to play an attacking football in which the Gambian football lovers are crying for. So I think it's a good news for the Gambia that we have McKinstry according to his track records. I think it's a good news.
How are you going to react to his final selection?
Well, I was so impressive when I see the team list on Friday. That was on last week Friday. You look at the players. I think you can say 10 to 11, 12 players are playing regularly in their team. The likes of Adama Sidibe, who played for St. Johnston in Scotland, save his team from relegation. So we saw him in the team for the first time. Ibrahima Jaju alias Steak from Paid. These are called that people were yearning for because they are performing up to expectations at their club level. So if a player is performing at the club level when it's time for national team call up, I think it's necessary for the coach to give those individuals the likewise Sibi. And you also look at our back line. We have two young players in the name of Dembo Sedikan and also Idrissa Cisse, who is playing all the way in Senegal, just Jaraf here. So you will see that coming to our left back position, you have no other than Seni Sanyang and also Daddy Duduge also is back with the Scorpions and Mohammed.
And Omar Gay, my brother.
And Omar Gay, we also have Mohamed Sane, a 21-year-old defender who is playing in Ostrava in Czech Republic. So I think, totally, I'm very impressed with this squad. Though we have a lot of senior Scorpions players, the likes of Hassan Cisse, who are injured. One, James Gomez, they are injured. But I was able to listen to coach statement that once a player is injured, it gives chance to other players. So it left to those players who are called up.
Which is very fair.
Yeah, it's fair. I think it's left to those players now to cement their position and to make trouble for coach in terms of selection. Because if you have a chance, you have to prove yourself that I want to stay with this team, because the coach has already mentioned that national team is not a club where you sign a contract for 2-3 years. This is your stay in the national team determined by your performance. So if you have chance, I think it's good that you live up to the expectation. But I'm very impressed with the selection.
Yotamin, how are you going to react to the selection?
Well, I am so far I am happy with what I've seen. I also join my colleagues in expressing my happiness as far as the team list is concerned, and looking at the team, the inclusion of the young Scorpions from the under 20 graduates. I think it's something that is very impressive. Looking at the past AFCON that has passed, how many young players we've seen who are battling out with our young players in that category. Example, Lamin Kamara of Senegal, who, I think he played with the last under 20 with our players. So I see no reason why, the under 20 players could not be included in national squad if they are playing or they are competing. Because the best player is he has a team and of course playing in and out regular football at a top level. I think that what determine who a player on form is. So with the inclusion of these players, I think you know it is a right step on the right direction. Like they said, the taste of the food is in the eating. So now let's hope that these boys will come and deliver the performance that they are doing at their club sites. That motivated the coach to invite them to the national squad. That is the Gambia Scorpions. I hope they replicate those performances, and each and every other individual, who is been lucky to be part of this team because I can say it's a transformation of administration. So currently there is no captain. I can say maybe by name we have a captain, but it depends on this coach who has come. It depends on him. Like even if the current captain is not performing up to standard, it depends. It is decision of the coach to maintain him or to change his captaincy. So I think with this, I am personally, I am very much impressive, and I know my colleagues also expect the same sentiments, and we hope that these young lads and all the senior players will come and then give Gambia the result that we deserve. So let them welcome each other and then let them play as a team. Let them play as a Gambian. Some of them maybe at this level, this is the first time for them to be invited to participate and represent the national flag that is red, white, blue, and green. So I think you know it's very impressive so far. Anyway.
Okay, talking about that, gis nañ ne new faces yi bari nañ si li nga xam ne moo nekk si selection bi, and many football lovers ñu ngi wax ne boy yi amuñ experience xale yi balañ leen a indi at least dañ waroon a organise li nga xam ne mooy test game pour gars yi am that connection because football is all about connection, connecting. Soo gisee dama joxe exemple si suma team bi soo gisee Vinicius ak Rodrigo every time Vinicius crossete Rodrigo moo ko crossal because that connection mu ngi fa. Ok léegi xale yi ñu ngi indi ñu faces rek ñu indi leen si match bu important nii what do you think because ñu bari ñu ngi wax ne experience bi laak na and waruñ leen a woon a toog rek ñu indi leen si façon match bu important nii.
Well, I think club football and international football has a little bit different. The difference is the duration. Bode muna am si sa club bi. Dokere muna am international duties. So that notwithstanding, coach bu nekk dina am your philosophy, dina am how you want to play. What we learn from Mackenzie's, early statement, moy wone ne he is not a coach that is afraid to attack. But that notwithstanding, he has to put that into the players. For play understand lan la buga, lan ban façon formation la buga play, lan moy the concept, lan moy the identity of the team. Identity of the team dafa important torop. Moo tax comme sa team bi luñ ko defee rek comme Real when they are playing and the game is 0-0, when they reach the climax of 70 minutes, it's like they are energized. It's like they have magics that comes from anywhere. You cannot even imagine. Come, naka la gaay de muna but it's in them. Yeah, I understand. Those minutes to jotee, dañ xam ne look, it is 20 minutes to play, and it is time for us to get it going. And that is exactly what happened in this last Champions League final. But come Lumala Warek, as my colleague said, this is a new era. But it's an era bohamne, the coach is doing the right thing. The right thing, moy, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter where you are playing. In as much as you are at that highest level, your performance is good, you need to be given a chance. Coach your chance, muntam experience. National team ne could ne come like, let's say, it's owned by people that are within the 30s, 40s. It's owned by Gambians and other countries as well. So you deliver, you are into the national team. You don't deliver, you give chance to those who deliver it. Te gis nañ ko. A clear example is just our neighbors here in Senegal. We have a player that is being played that is playing there, but coach we want tam lu important more levels. In as much as we want our players to be in the national team, we have to look at the levels. So, say I mean the Senegalese league and the Gambian league. We have to be honest. We know that the Senegalese league is absolutely on top of the Gambian league. You look at the players that move from Senegal to France and other countries; they are uncountable. So basically, coach of a player, am na reasons te do mëna justify di mom dina mëna justify laisser passer luta jëlut a Gambian player rather than taking a Senegalese player. So man, I am impressed as my colleagues were. Coach bi so deglo su nekké ne understand nga how football is going. Di nga xamné his track record, it's impressive. Fum ñu bëgga jëmale, it's fine. But will that continue? It's a question mark.
Do you agree?
Yeah, of course, I agree with that. You're looking at the number of players that are in the national call-up or that have made a national call-up this time around. If you say like they are not experienced, I think you go to Spain. Lamine Yamal is 16 years old, so and they did not say that he did not have experience. But
Are you a Barca fan?
oh no, I'm not a Barcelona fan. I'm a runaway fan. So, so Lamine Yamal of Barcelona is called up by Spain. You look at Pau Kobasi, 17 years old. So you go to other national, Kobe Mino of England. So they did not say that he did not have experience, but the performance, they are performing at a very high level. So you look at some of these youngsters that are included in the national team. The likes of Mahmoud Bayo, he's playing week in, week out. He start almost 20-something games for his club. So you cannot tell that he doesn't have experience, so he should not be part of the national team. So the only thing is football is about learning. You have to learn every day. So if you come or you happens to be you happen to be part of the national team, I think from that moment you start learning, and you start to make sure that you maintain, that belief the coach have, or that trust the coach have, or that performance that you are doing in your club side to translate that performance into the national team color. So I think it's a right step in right direction for McKinstry to include in the youngsters in this national team, not because of experience. We see a lot of experienced players who are not performing. So if an experienced player who has been playing for the national team is not performing, you call him to play for the national team. I think at the end of the day, it will disturb the team. So the blame will goes to the coach. So Jiba also says something here, which is very important. You look at Senegal, Lamine Camara, from under 20 to a starting player for Senegal, and has been very instrumental in their qualifiers. So I think experience, to me, it doesn't matter when it's time for football, especially in the national team.
Experience doesn't matter. Are you in the same line?
Well, I want to agree and disagree.
Okay.
I want to disagree with the fact that experience, counts much, because he who is not given the chance can never be experienced. Mm-hmm. And I also want to agree in a sense that experience in the pitch is based on your performances at the level that you are playing. Okay, so just a little bit from football. Who is the current president of Senegal?
Jumai Faye.
What experience does he have to lead a nation like Senegal? So, but along the line they will learn. So once they have the opportunity, to showcase their talent and then believe in what they can, I think that's where they will gain their experiences. There's nobody whose experience will be gauged without giving the opportunity. No way. You understand? So these are things that I think I'm in agreement with my colleagues that you cannot just say, these players that have been selected, are inexperienced, so as a result, they cannot be in the team. No, they are playing international football at a top level. You understand? So, quoting from other, small or young players that are coming up, they quoted Lamine Yamal, they quoted Bruno Mino from Manchester. Look at Enrich. All right, who played Brazil against England in the international match. He came and then he scored. He has to be, and then what experience did he have at that level? So I believe I know he's a player of Real. Maybe you saw some smiles, but I think basically I think experience will come. That is when the opportunity is given. So let's believe in the young talents, and then let's encourage them, because to sit at a corner and say Mr. XY did not have any experience, I don't believe in those statements, because once you are not given the opportunity, your experience will never be known. So I think, I am in agreement that players should be given opportunity once they are competing at their club, whether at second tier or first tier. But once they're able to have playing time, and then the coach was able to scout them to come and represent the national flag, I think all that we can do is to encourage them and wish them all the best. All right. So those of the players, the senior players who are injured, I hope they recover soon and they work hard to come and fight for their positions. Like you said, because it's not this international team. It's not a club. All right, we've seen players who are dropped at a camp. You understand? So and they're not picking. This is not a club where you sign contract that year with or without playing or salaries. I am staying here. No, if you come, you don't impress the coach can kick you out and get somebody to replace you. I think this is the beauty of representing a national team. So I think basically, I think that's what I have.
Okay, buy your home from Gambia Properties Real Estate. Okay, but like the remind you watching CNG Citizen Network Gambia, the best online TV stations in the Gambia. Okay, we are still at Serekunda Ismaili Stadium. Ba léegi ñu fàttali leen rek yéen a ngi seetaan CNG Citizen Network Gambia ba pare di leen fàttali rek ñu ngi fii si Serekunda Ismaili Stadium ak suma collègues si di football lovers yi di waxtaan li nga xam ne mooy yóbbu Gambia sun football bi ak li nga xam ne loolu lañ nekk di expect from ki nga xam ne mooy coach bi waaye let's talk about the defending football. Gambia am nañ this mindset Gambia ñun ever since for the last 5 years defending football rek lañ nekk di play we are defending kuy ñëw sax di play against ñun xam na lu ñoo teg comme it's not a surprise to anybody su Gambia di play ñun ñëpp xam nañ fixture bi nu mu dee mel so right now with the new faces and everything ndax mun ngaa predict first 11 in Gambia.
Well, it could be very difficult to predict the first 11 for now. Knowing for the fact that we have a new gaffer. Why important and luma believe for the beginning. Xam nga niki sometimes numde waxe nga ko dey judge, but not in all occasions. What we believe, and I watched the coach when he was with his club, Go Mahai. I've watched some certain games prior Balanyuko appoint, and I've seen how he plays. Defending is not bad in as much as football is concerned, but the opponents is important to know who am I defending against. Gambia cannot play against Seychelles and defend. It's impossible, practically impossible.
And why do you say that?
The simple reason is we have everything against them. Everything. How many, international players will Seychelles have? Very few that are making names up over there, playing in big leagues. Now you understand? Munloko compare a Gambia Tay more play against the likes of Ivory Coast, Nigeria, and others. Yeah. They have more professionals than us. So every game, it has its own approach. Don't want to play at Seychelles in a defense, play at Nigeria in a defense. You are not making sense. And Limota Gambians, they were frustrated, even though Tom was getting the results, but they are not happy. One thing Luniti want to understand more. Sometimes people will just tell you, no, but I'm going to deliver. I'm going to results. That is not the case.
Nobody want defend why deliver. Some points in then that's fine.
That is bad for our football. Because how do you know a good player? Giving him a chance to express himself. I'm not players they're good at the wing. Send dole moy, you tier tennis, we gain a 1 or 3 players, you cross, you score. If you tell Vinicius, okay, get in the middle, bull them CBD, he suffers. Yeah. Because what is his main power, advantageous, feel a role so legi, Vinicius if I play full 90 minutes, Scout Bunyopul said, will never want to pick Vinicius, not knowing he's one of the best players over there. So, Legi, coach roles have responsibility to make sure you mold your players, guy muna fit into any system. Why? So I make coach Bohamne different. You just keep parking the balls, you suffer. We can see this a clear example, the likes of Jose Mourinho. He's a fantastic coach who was using that modus operandi. Why Falla Muje, later teams didn't understand, he suffers. So at this stage that we are, you need to attack, but then you have to be disciplined in defense. So the coach, what I am suggesting is, I am not seen in any form that of our defense, and he have said it. He said he will know the time to go forward, and he knows the time to maintain his team and make a balance. Lu gën a important in coaching is having your balance, and I'm sure this coach can have his balance.
Léegi sa favorite 11 si.
Well, my favorite 11 could be difficult for now, but I think we
say
have wonderful goalkeepers. I want to see Ibrahim Jaju on post. I want to see, Omar Koli possibly giving, Idris Cisse a chance and see how it works in defense. But in attack, possibly we will see Yankuba Minte. We will see, I want to believe I've seen a predicted lineup having Ibrahim Koli in the starting lineup, but I prefer Ibrahim coming in the second half and giving what he does best. But notwithstanding, let's just not, go into prediction for now, for personally me, but I think the coach, we are very, optimistic that Nanyu Indil a squad that will be able to give Seychelles 3-4.
3-4, but that's too much. You really think we can have that?
Yeah, why not? We have the materials. The team is young, they are determined, and then they'll be very optimistic to come and give it all the best. Because like Yankuba, look at this Afcon. Is probably one of the best players that Gambia have produced in this team. For this year, Afcon, and this was his first invitation. So I think basically, maybe like right now to very early. Comme ni ko bi waxee rek pour nga ne okay kii ak kii moo ñëw waaye I think it's good that you know your opponent what is their strength.
But you have your favorite 11, right?
Yeah, well, obviously my favorite 11 might not count much. Yeah,
But just say it.
as long as we have the coach. So I'll leave it to the technicians to decide on that. But I think we have a determined team, and then whosoever is given the chance to be part of the 18 and subsequently part of the 11, will know that I have a responsibility. Like I was told, like I was chatting with one of my players, what he said was like, the national anthem is a prayer. You cannot imagine it. I mean, you stand at that inspection line and then you heard the words of the national anthem, I think that is a prayer. So I think, the words of the national anthem resonate in their actions and their performances against this team that we are going to play few days to come. So I think basically, but so predict.
Okay, then I will help you. The goalkeepers we have Lamin Sarr, Ibrahima, and Sesibe. So who do you prefer?
No, okay. Maybe personally, if I was to choose for the goalpost, I would go with Stek. That is Ibrahima Jaju.
Ibrahima Jaju.
Yeah, because he has played before me, and I've supported him, and I know he's also playing there. And then we also following his performance at club level. So when you come to the defense line, obviously, we know Omar ended the league very well, and then he's that strong, outstanding defender.
And experience.
I want to see him at the back. So when you come to the middle, maybe Bayo.
Mamundu Bayo, yeah.
Bayo at the middle, and then in front. Possibly Yankuma Minte and
which Adama Bojang
Adama Bojang.
Oh, okay.
Adama Bojang, at least he also played in the last under 20, who of which Lami Kamara of Senegal played, so they played together. So I think basically these are the lineup that, and plus other players that the coach will also go in for. Okay. But basically, and also even Fadera. We also seen his inclusion during the last AFCON, so basically that I think it's cool.
Okay, Lamin Sarr over Sesibe?
For me personally, you look at the squad that assembled in Morocco, and you look at the performance of both the goalkeepers, the midfielders, and the strikers. I want to believe, since there is no test game, it will be very difficult to predict the lineup, because the problem is, you look at Seychelles, Gambia, we have more power than Seychelles. We have more professional players than them. So the coach might go for a players who that, the likes of Boja, who is not having that much game time with Stade Reims to start that game, because you look at Gambia, we have more power, or we have more players than that of Seychelles. But it's football. If at all it's Gabon, that is our second game, I may give you a predicted lineup, but for Seychelles it will be very difficult, because
just then give me that one.
The coach may go for a lineup that you just to test the players, because Seychelles is a team, and remember, we lost 2 games against Burundi, which we should not lost, and also against Ivory Coast. So it will be very difficult for Gambia to qualify for World Cup in the sense that since we lost the 2 opening games, we have to win our remaining games to see whether we will be able to finish in the top 2. If we cannot finish as the first place, we go for a playoff. That's the second position. But against Seychelles, I'm predicting a 4-4-2 formation. In goal, I'll go for Steak because you look at the Gambia.
That's Ibrahim
Jaju.
Okay, it's like Ibrahim Jaju la.
Ibrahim Jaju.
Mahale Isla.
No, well, I don't know for where. You look at Ibrahim Jaju. Gambia, we are missing one thing in the modern football. The goalkeeper should be a player in the sense that you have to be good with your feet. And I think we have missed that for so long. The lives of Toldo, we know that with all due respect to him, even Babukar Gay, he is good at hand and the feet. But you look at the Stake, the type of player he was since he was at the Royal Deban, you know that he is very confident with the ball, with his feet, that will help the defense to start the ball. So at the heart of the defense, I'll go for Idrissa Sisa, very tall, physically fit, together with Omar Colley. And at the right back, no other person than Gambian Maradona, who is no other than Mohamed Sane. So I'll go for him. So you look at left back, that's where the competition is, because you have that Dudu guy, and you also have this player who is playing in Hapoel in Israel. I forgot the name, Omar Guy.
Omar Guy is now in Italy.
In Italy, so he's a very good player, a left back player for that matter. And
a very, very, very good player.
He's playing wonderful football there and performing up to expectations. So I'll have Omar Colley, Idrissa Cissé, Seni Sanyang, and also I have Mohamed Sane. So
Forward.
In the middle of the pack, it's going to be a 4-4-2. I'll have Mahmoud Bayo, who has been performing for his club in Serbia, and also Ibo Adams, who have a very fantastic season with the Rams, that's the Derby County, to partner in the middle. And wide, we have Yankuba Minte and Aliou Fadera. The two are outstanding. Yankuba Minte. So Yankuba played a very good football in Holland and Feyenoord, Rotterdam, and also Aliou Fadera with Genk. So these are the two players that will play beside, Bayo and Ibo Adams. So up front, I will go for Musa Barrow and Adama Sidibe.
Adama Sidibe.
Yeah.
Why Adama Sidibe?
Because we've seen in the last 10 games he played for St. Johnston, he scored 5 goals. So none of our strikers currently in the national team scored that. When in terms of performance, he should lead that line with Musa Barrow.
Okay. Do you agree?
Yes, why not? Like we said, your selection into the team is based on performance and form. Informed players, not only informed players, specifically at the third part of the game, that is scoring goals. So if he play 10 and score out of 5 out of 10, I think I'll go for that.
And you?
Yeah, a fantastic lineup. So far, so good. This is exactly what we want. Exactly input determines output. This is what every, visionary leader will tell you. McKenna is saying we're going forward. And these are players that are going forward with their clubs. So we expect them to be given the nudge to start. And at the end of the day, we will see, at least a different Gambia playing. Seychelles have been heavily beaten by other clubs. They have been receiving 9 goals, 12 and so on. That shows the massive difference between Gambia and Seychelles. But what is more important is these players must have to believe that it's a new era and it's going to be a competitive national team now. You deliver, you're given a chance. You don't deliver, you have to excuse us. And this is the modus operandi of the coach. And if he changes, the Gambian people will go against him, like we did against Tom. The Gambian people do not have hatred against any particular coach or administrator. What the problem here is just simple. We are using taxpayers' money to pay coaches by government. And who are the government? We are. It is government of the people, by the people, and for the people. We are the people. So if you are leading our team, we have all right to criticize you, but let it be genuine. I always want people to criticize, but I want it to be genuine. In as much as the coach is a new coach, he needs chances. But in football, we don't give chances. We need results as quickly as possible. But then he must adapt to the system. The players must adapt. My only concern and my only problem in this national team is who is our first assistant coach? It's as simple as this. This is my question from the inception.
I think we have like 2 assistant coaches.
It's impossible. In standard football, you identify the coach, identify assistant 1 and assistant 2. The coach was asked this question in a press conference, if I can recall, Mr. Kanyi, and he responded and said, "These are all my assistants. I am putting it to the coach. It is not possible. You must have 1 assistant. If you are not there, that person takes automatic responsibility. Then the Gambian can hold him accountable. But you cannot just say, everyone is my assistant." You have T-Boy, you have Alaji Sal, who was there for so long, and we have seen what is more impressive about this national team, to be honest with you. The coach before he comes to this country could identify the problems of the Gambia. That is, the Gambia has never has a performance coach. He have come with one. They don't have a video analyst coach. He have come with one, and he have added physiotherapy. I think this is very key. You see, in the modern game, you are playing, but technology is what does the absolute job. You must have somebody who analyze the players and look at how their performance is, and that coach will help you to do your selection for the next game and subsequent matches that will come. You need a video analyst of the opponent. What is happening? How is the opponent? Where is the weakness? Where is the opponent getting us? If you have this, you can have a successful, era. And we are looking forward to a lot of success under Coach McKinstry.
Okay, Coach McKinstry, you have a question to answer. We're saying goodbye, but next time, inshallah, is CNG Citizen Network Gambia. Didn't fatally rek. You can watch us through Facebook, YouTube. You can click the notification bell, comment, and share. And we are now partnering with Gambia Properties Real Estate. Muneka Real Estate, you can buy and build your dreamland through them. Bye rek, but next week, inshallah, it was your favorite sport hour here in CNG Citizen Network Gambia. Bye bye, but next time. Thank you.